Everybody, welcome to Box Office Bomb Squad. We're going to be talking about The Incredibles 2 today. So, this is the only movie that's really opening. I mean, there's movies opening, but this one's the killer. Like there's certain movies you can look at and say, yeah, that's definitely going to drop big. Incredibles 2, it's been, I want to say like, was it 06 or 08 when that one dropped, and it's been close to 10 years or maybe more since the original came out, and I don't know how they're going to do it. Incredibles 2 is showing us stuff in the trailers of it's going to be, I don't know, focused. Like, Incredibles 1 was about a guy wanting to be like more like his older self. Like the first Incredibles was definitely it was a family movie, but it was about a guy who used to have a really great job and a really great life, and he's not happy with that life, and he's trying to like sort of relive the glory days, but he's also but he's got the great moral high ground of like what he used to do was save people. So and it was just full of like 60s retro vintage like imagery, like harken back to like the James Bonds, the old Fantastic Four. I mean, like the what was it, the Underminer or something, was totally Mole Man. Like Syndrome wasn't Iron Man, but like the concept of like there was like some like really dark moments like in terms of like characterization going on there. So I've seen two consistent things in the new trailers for Incredibles 2. Basically, it's probably going to be a Mrs. Incredible movie as opposed to a Mr. Incredible movie. Maybe they're going to focus more on the kids. I mean, the kids were important, but they were secondary characters. Like, they had arcs, but they were also they weren't the core of the movie. So with this one, you could definitely see that they've called in Mrs. Incredible to come back or whatever, but not Mr. Incredible. I don't know why. One of the things that's like making me nervous about that is I think they're gonna try and have some commentary, or they're just gonna like try and like there's a thing in comics right now in that they're having like new IP based off of old IP, and some of it's pretty well written, some it's not. Some of it's pretty well drawn, some it's not, and some of them have good people working on both sides of the process, and some of them don't. So, but in terms of like appealing to like women by having women characters, by appealing to like whatever, like I don't know, like how, like a lot of people are gonna say like I can see the haters now if what I'm thinking is true, that like that they took SJW like values and applied it to The Incredibles, and I don't know how, if that's gonna be successful, or if that, like, I'll know in a week. But haven't seen it yet, so I can't say. The one thing I will say, though, is Brad Bird has probably been writing this one for 10 years. He's probably had a lot of ideas, and these things get started on years before they're even talked about out loud. I forget what the last of the original, because there was this one lunch meeting where it was like John Lasseter and like the other three guys that were pretty big at Pixar. Like they sat down and mapped out all the movies they'd like to do, from Toy Story to Bug's Life to I'm trying to think what the early Pixar movies are. I want to say like WALL-E was one of the last Pixar movies from that meeting. I'm not sure. I'm trying to remember if Incredibles was a part of the original Pixar core. So the reason why I'm not worried about Incredibles being good is Brad Bird. Brad Bird is, I'm not saying he's perfect as a director, but his streak is just ridiculous. I mean, Iron Giant, the original Incredibles, Mission Impossible, Ghost Protocol. I don't know how many other movies he's directed, but just really good, like, put them on at any time movies. So, okay. On the financial side, Incredibles has things going for it that are just, like, it's Pixar. Pixar is an established brand that's going to get people there. It's The Incredibles, it's a sequel. So everyone that grew up with the first movie or really liked the first movie, they're going to enjoy it. Then the fact that it's animated, so anyone who has the idea that cartoons equals kids movie, which this one just happens to be, they're going to check it out. So I know, like, the Thursday numbers on Pixar got outdone, like the records by Incredibles 2, something like that. I know it's already breaking records, and like, short of a catastrophe, I don't think anything's going to change the fact that this is going to be a #1 movie and it's going to be big. So yeah. And just to follow up from last week, Ocean's 8 I think was the #1 movie. Sandy B represent. So alright guys, see you next week.